Okay, I'm going to do a recording and I'm going to show how to duplicate a record. So right now we're on a record and this is ORB-1. So there's a locality right there. And that's all entered in the date and the collectors. And so that's the locality zoomed out. And this is for site 1. So I've already entered in ORB2 and ORB3. So now we're going to do for site 2, and we're going to work on 9, 58, 59, and 60 to start with. And what I'm going to do is just copy this record as is and then modify it so it matches 958. And then I'll show you how we could clone multiple ones after that will match that. So I'm going to go in here and go to the bottom. Oops. Go to the bottom. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to clone and I want to carry over the image. And I'm just going to say copy all fields. And I'm just going to do 1 for now. So number of records is 1. Now create record. Now you can see that now we're on the clone record. And there is a link back to the record that we previously cloned. So if I click on that, it would open up in a new tab, but I'm done with that record. So I'm gonna hold down the shift and then use the mouse just to zoom in. Now I'm gonna modify the collector number. So that's GFMJ space 958. And it's the same date, so that's correct. Same collectors. Now it is a different species, so let's change that. So that's H, Y, L, A. And it's starting to guess, so I could then go down and select my species. That's also changed the family and the author. So that's what we wanted. And then let's also change to the locality is different. So we're going to say it's the same village, but it's swamp near village. And swamp near village is basically the locality. It's also the habitat, so I'm going to duplicate swamp and habitat, but swamp near village is the locality. And then let's also change the coordinates. So that should be 64, 195. And then 10, 21, 742. So it's close, but not the same place. And start, I guess that's a time. So where would we put that? I think I'm just going to put it in notes for now. Start. Zero. All right, and then let's see, get rid of the dynamic properties. We had measurements from the last one, but we do have life stage as adult. And can't remember what BD stands for, but I'll enter that later. Okay. Let me just review real fast and see if everything is about right. And I think it is. So now I'm going to save this. So I'm on the same record now. Zoom in again to there. And we're going to create 2 more records with the exact same data, but different collector numbers. So if there are catalog numbers, we could use this tool down here where you pre-populate the catalog numbers, but this is the collector number. So we'll just have to change it afterwards. And again, we have to remember to carry over the image, and we want to duplicate all fields. I'm going to say create. So again, it created, that's the original record. If I click on that, and it will place us on the first clone. And then it also lists a link to the second clone. So this record here, zoom in again. So this record here, I'm going to change that to 59. And everything else stays exactly the same. Just review real fast. And then let's click save. And I maybe should have clicked on that other link to that other record before I went to the next thing. However, what we can do is go to the search and let's display all the records. And this is displaying all the records I've created right now. So if we go back, click on there to open up the search, you can see that it's doing it, showing all the records entered by me on today's date. So that's why it's only showing 4 records. And let me go over to the record right there. So I want to go to this 3rd record. Let's see, we have 2 of them that are 958. Let's open that up. We're going to change that to 960. And then let's go down to the bottom and say save. And there we go. We have 3 records. Now, if I want to look at all the records I created, I'm going to say reset form. And it says display. And then there we go. We have 958, 959, and 960. And there's the ORB01, ORB02, ORB03. That has the same field note image link to it. So now let's do the last records here. And so first, I could create just 4 records and then go to each one and change the scientific name and everything. You know, it's hard saying what's best. I think I'm just going to do 1 though. Oh, shoot. Let me delete this record. I forgot to click copy over image. So let's try this again. All right. So this is the record I want to copy over. I'm going to go back down here. We'll do this again. Copy over image. All information. I'm just going to create 1 right now. Create record. And then this is going to change that to 61. And then we'll change the identification. Hyperolius. Okay. And then think everything else stays the same. Swamp, narrow, adult, start time. And let's save this. And then let's create 3 more records. So exact same name, everything copies over. So copy over everything, carry over the image. And this time we want 3 duplicate records created. I create the records. We're on the first one. So I'll change that to 962. Actually, before I click save, I'm going to click on there. That opens up the next record in a new tab. I go back to the first one. And then I open up the 3rd record in the new tab. So right here, then I'm going to say save. And then I'll go to this record. And change this to what is it, 63, I think. And then go to this record and change it to 64. And then let's look at all the records and see if I did it right. 61, 62, 63, 64, and then 60 is a different, so that looks all right. So I think we're good to go. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.